Happy Friday again, Achieve Virtual Education Academy teachers, and happy Super Bowl weekend. For those of you interested in the game, hopefully you'll get to enjoy what could be Peyton Manning's one last ride for a Super Bowl Sunday championship, number 2 in his career. For the rest of you, hopefully it's just a good game that you can enjoy, and for anyone else not interested, well, I hope you enjoy your weekend anyway. Moving on, 1 month in, how's it going? Just kind of looking for some general feedback. If you want to shoot me a quick email, I did notice when I was sending out newsletters last week to those students who my initial email failed, there was 20 to 25 of those students. All but 2 had started almost every class, if not all of their classes. So that encouraged me greatly. So hopefully you're seeing similar results from your students out there, wherever they are in Indiana, making progress in their courses, at least initially. The more successful they are early, the more likely they are going to stick with it and at least finish. Especially those seniors, they have the most to gain from getting done, and we really want to push them to completion. But any of our part-timers, obviously, we want to start getting those wrapped up if they're still carrying over from fall semester. And any new ones, they paid to take these classes, so don't forget about them. Make sure you're reaching out to the students, stay up on them. Again, the more engaged you are, the more they realize they're not alone and you are there to help them. Hopefully will result in end credit results. iStep Plus, friendly reminder, if you're not part of the MSD of Wayne Township, you may have a different window, you may not. I don't know if it's a state assigned window, but ours is February 29th to March 11th. However, Achieve, because we have to travel, or students have to travel here, and we have to vary our schedule accordingly, we're testing that first week. Here at Ben Davis, Miss Goodnight, we'll be testing kids traveling to us here in Indianapolis from March 1st to March 4th. That's a Tuesday through Thursday, or sorry, March 3rd. That's a Tuesday through Thursday. I will be traveling all 5 days, or someone will be traveling all 5 days, February 29th to March 4th, for part 1. We are testing 9th and 10th graders. 9th graders, if they are in biology 1, 2 only, I believe that's probably about 12 students. And then our 10th graders, they all have to take the math and English, regardless of whether or not they've passed the ECA previously. And if they are currently enrolled in a biology course, I put them on the roster to take that science test. So if you have 9th and 10th graders, you might want to give them a friendly reminder. Part 2, this is part 1. Part 2 is at the end of April. The 18th through the 22nd, I believe, will be our testing window. That testing window is longer for traditional schools, but again, because of our travel complications and then ECA that first week of May, we're only going to do it for a week. So we'll test a week, we have a week off, and then we start ECA testing. So starting to get crazy here as we get into the testing mode for students. This year it's still a pilot, but it does count, or at least that's kind of the plan moving forward as 10th graders next year. Again, the iStep may not be around next year for our 10th graders, but if it is, it will replace the ECA as far as the state requirements for graduation. So again, this year it's still just a pilot. Pay reminder, for every student you're getting started, you've just earned $50 for, so be pushing to get as many started as you possibly can, not only for their success and potential completion success, but also a little more lucrative for you. Those who finish around spring break, you'll earn the full 125 for, but those who need to carry over to the end, you'll get the 50 for, and hopefully 75 for at the end of the school year. So just kind of, if you're new and don't remember, or you're fairly new, only first semester, so you have a quick reminder how we pay out. Genius to Skyward update. I don't really have an update currently. We haven't met in about 2 weeks, but hopefully another meeting will be coming soon so we can have a little more direction of what I can begin doing with you guys as far as training. If you're currently an MSD of Wayne teacher, you're very comfortable Skyward. You won't need much, if anything, but those of you who do not use Skyward in your current school districts, there will be some training opportunities or training information that will come out. Should be easy and pretty intuitive. Our teachers, I think, like Skyward, so I don't think it's much of an issue. It just will be different from what you're used to in Genius. So stay tuned. The more I know, or when I know, the more I know, you'll know it as well. So I will keep you up to date. I just don't currently have anything new to report, but I don't want it to be forgotten. Seniors, last year we took a little bit of a dip in our graduation rate, so push your seniors, especially if you notice they are in 12th grade level courses, government, econ, English 12-1, upper level math course, or potentially a math elective just to fulfill academic honors diploma or those kinds of things. If they're in like an English 9 course listed as a senior, chances are they're not on track to graduate. But for those that are definitely taking senior level courses, and if Miss Goodnight's made notes that they're looking to graduate this May, please be sure to push them. We want to get as many through as possible. It's good for everyone, good for the state, good for the school district, good for our school, good for us. It just makes us feel good. But also could help potentially get our school grade a boost as well. So we want to make sure all of our seniors are getting pushed hard. They tend to be the most mature and the most successful anyway, so let's leverage that the best that we can. Have a super weekend. If you're not into football, have a great weekend just by itself. If you are and you're hoping Peyton gets that one more ring as a longtime Indianapolis Colt, I hope fortunes turn your way and you're able to enjoy the game even more. But if not, hopefully it is a super game. It's always anticlimactic for one team to blow out the other when it's a championship. But I realize a lot of us have a little bit more stake in this one if you're Peyton Manning fans. So enjoy, and I will see you next week as we bear down on another 3-day weekend for President's Day coming up. Thank you. Have a good one.